Great question. I want to just acknowledge you for having the courage to ask that. That's a very real question that a lot of people feel, but not everyone's able to really say it. And I appreciate you asking that because it's very real. Let's start with just us. And here we are here. And what happens is we actually have some sort of fact. So let me say this. So the fact may be that I'm learning things that I really need to do to be better. And that's a fact. I just saw that I need to take a different approach in my marketing, my training. I'm even seeing that I might need a coach. I need help, like all these facts. And so when you see those facts, what we do is we then put a frame around that fact. This is what all of us do. We put a frame around the facts. Why do we put a frame around a picture? You ever think about that? It's because it allows us to focus in on what's in the frame. So that's why you put a frame around something. What happens is we start to create a belief. When we frame it with what we really believe. Now here's the key. So it can go this way or it can go this way. So here's the key. If I have if I have a belief system that leads toward doubt, there's a certain journey I'm going to go on. If I have a belief that is more towards faith, there's a journey I'm going to go on. So I want you to take note of something here. Most people say faith is having belief and doubt is the absence of belief, right? Y'all all can relate to that, right? That doubt is someone who doesn't believe, right? But this is actually not true. These are both beliefs. Faith is a belief and doubt is a belief. Faith is a belief that something good will come from whatever the situation is, even though I can't see how it's going to happen. Doubt is a belief that something bad is going to happen, and that's why I'm afraid. So here's what happens. When we have doubt, it creates a feeling in the heart. And this feeling is anxiety. And now I want you to understand this. Anxiety is different than fear. Fear is to be afraid of a real present danger. That's, like if there's a lion coming at me, I should have fear. Like that's a real present danger, right? Anxiety is to have feelings that something is not going to work, that something is going to go wrong, even though it's something that I have no proof of in the future. It's a negative feeling about a future occurrence that is not based on anything, right? There's no foundation. Like none of us here, if you all say that like literally anything we say about the future is not true. Like you can't make anything true. You know, the Bible says, boast not of tomorrow, for you know not what a day may bring. It talks about being careful about setting your own expectations because none of us can guarantee anything. That's why a lot of times we should be prayerful in our lives. Like we're not promised to just, do anything and just know everything's going to be okay. Only God can have that type of confidence, right? So the thing about it is, when you're on the faith side, it also puts a feeling in your heart. This feeling is anticipation. Now, both of these are not guaranteed, but I'm telling you, one of them going to give you a much better life when you live in anticipation of what is going to go well, that when you see another fact, you think about the good that can come from it. You anticipate that things are going to work, that things are going to go well. The person who always is riddled by doubt, they never can move forward because they're full of anxiety, right? And so what happens is these feelings impact what we do. They both lead to what we end up doing. And this is the danger and the cycle we're going through, is when you let too much anxiety riddle your mind and your emotions, it'll cause you to, some people say, I didn't do anything. Well, that's what you did something. What you did was nothing, right? So it caused you to draw back. It caused you to spend time worrying. It causes you to not take steps forward. And instead, see, you're always moving. You're either moving forward or you're moving backward. You're never standing still because life is moving forward. Your customer is moving forward. Business is moving forward. Just do me a favor, because we're really trying to grow the channel here. Please like and share and subscribe if you like the content that we're doing here at URCO. I really would appreciate that. So you have to be careful and you have to be honest which one of these beliefs is framing the fact. Because each of us put the frame around that fact. No one did that but you. So instead of thinking of, like, when a fact is in front of me, I could say, wow, oh my God, I just learned exactly what I need to do to double my company, to triple my company. I know now what to do. I'm about to jump in, and I can't wait to feel what it's going to feel like to have my business more organized, to make more money, to have more freedom in my life, to be able to sit down sometime. That's anticipation. Doubt is, oh my God, where am I going to get this money from? I don't know if I can implement all of this. How am I going to get all this done? This all sounds good, but when this is over, this is going to be hard. Where do I start? How am I going to change this? How am I going to change that? And so whenever that fact is in front of us, all of that emotion comes at us. But what I want you to see is we think, then we feel, and then we act. And that's the truth on both sides. So whatever you're feeling is because of what you're thinking. And we have to think deeply about what frame am I putting around the fact. So there's a lot more I can say about this, but that's what's going on. This is the reality. And so you got to get in the driver's seat and decide what frame you're going to put around the facts that's in front of you. You are a CEO.